Hopefully we have some clips of the Supra before I ended up here, but we're in the shop. And if you read the title, we came along with our first issue on this car. After I took it out, it's probably like the next day after the video that you guys just watched, but the car felt sluggish. You know, the red Supra, we had it felt pretty quick, you know, on those little paddle shifters. It's a fun little car. Now we have the manual version. I thought it'd be even more fun, but something about it just felt really slow. And you know, I was kind of upset with my purchase. Like, man, maybe this car is just slow. Maybe the manuals are really just that slow. But I took off the intake, I took off the charge pipe, and that was all seated because I thought I had a boost leak. And long story short, I couldn't clear any codes, nothing would change. So I took it to one of the mechanics that we know, used his computer system, scanned it, MAF sensor. Now, quick tip for you guys, this is not a MAF sensor. Neither are those. Those kind of are. That's for the charge pipe, but this intake is not a MAF. That is a temp sensor. So when you look online, that comes up as a MAF sensor for some reason, but it's not. It's a temp sensor. I couldn't figure out why my car was throwing that sensor. We ran through it, drove it around, unplugged stuff, plugged stuff back in, and we ended up at a smoke test. We smoke test the car, and we smoke tested it right through here, and you guys are not gonna believe where the boost leak was. The intake manifold is cracked underneath here somewhere. There's a smoke was spewing out of there. So now I'm gonna take off this. You guys can see I took that off. Take off the charge pipe, take off that, take off the battery, and hopefully we're gonna be able to re-glue that, because a brand new one is steep. Oh, obviously by brand new I mean aftermarket, but it's steep, and I don't think I want to pay that much for it. So we're gonna get right into taking off things and see if we can fix it. I'm sure we can, and see what this thing is full power, because it was stuck at like 200, 230, not making really anything. So I'll pick the camera back up when we have some stuff off. Back of the valve cover. Yeah, these I unplugged it. I'm not gonna seat it all the way, but you push it in, and this tab and the tab right there, twist, then it ends up locking in those. I'm not gonna lock it in on this, but I obviously will also make sure this gasket stays on if you're gonna be transferring it, but obviously I'm gonna lock it in when I put it on our motor. We got the valve cover in yesterday, and over here we got everything that has to go back in. Showed you guys those two clips in the back, or whatever you want to call them. But I tightened down all those bolts, so we should be good on that. So we'll put those in and get started on the intake manifold, and we'll explain to you why we're taking it all off. Now I'm gonna get started on our intake manifold, and for that gotta pop off that under shield and drain some coolant out of the heat exchanger for this thing, and also open up this cap, help it drain faster. So we dropped both those shields, and I believe that's the coolant hose right there that we're gonna drain out. No, I think we're good with all that. Clip is clipped in there, and that should be fully on. I'll put this side on, put this whole panel back on, and I'll leave the middle one just to check if we have any leaks. But we should be good. Clicked, so can't imagine a leak. to address the first failure I've ever had on this car, and hopefully the last failure we've ever had that we're gonna have on the Supra. I took the car out. I'm not sure if I explained it, but we took it out for about 2 days, and the car felt like it had really no power. It was slow, and I was disappointed in the car, if I haven't already mentioned that. I'm a little sick still, so bear with me. I'm a mouth breather at the moment. As you can tell, depending on where I insert this clip, the valve cover has been replaced. The intake manifold is out of the car. And let's just start off with our valve cover. The valve cover was slightly broken. We sealed it just to test drive the car. We knew that this was cracked, and we're obviously gonna fix that because we're not gonna leave it glued. To give you guys an idea of what happened, you can see right here, this piece is broken off because I had to break it off because the glue was over the high pressure fuel system. But this was slightly cracked and it was moving. We ended up just gluing it down so it didn't leak. It worked for the 1 or 2 drives we did on it, but obviously we took that out for that reason and we changed it. Now this brings me to really the main point of the video, which is we had a major boost leak on the car and we could not find it. I was getting lights on the dash for the MAF sensor, which the car doesn't even have, because the sensor that would come up is our temperature sensor right there in the intake. That's not what's wrong with the car. I changed it, I took it out, I unplugged different sensors. Luckily we have someone that runs the shop, has a really good computer that can tell me what's going on with the car. So thanks to them for helping us out, obviously. And I took it around the block again, clearing codes, unplugging sensors, seeing what could possibly be the issue with this car. And we came to the conclusion we need to smoke test it. So yeah, as you guys can guess where this is going, we smoke test the car. Now let me show you what we found. You guys can see, you're not supposed to be seeing light come out of the intake manifold. That's not ideal at all. So this thing has an insane crack, just insane crack all the way down here. This piece is broken off for the throttle body, or you see it's supposed to be like those two, but it's not, it's cracked. You guys get it, that's cracked. Luckily, I found someone on eBay, which it looks like they upgraded theirs because they sent it to me in an old box. And here it is, an OEM one. I got an OEM one because I'm not really gonna be running any crazy power on this thing yet. We'll see what happens in the future, but as for now, I really just want the car to be driving. Also, if I wanted to tune it, I'd have to send out the ECU as it's a 2023. And after that, we gotta start thinking how long will the clutch last, depending on how we're driving it, obviously. And then it kind of just snowballs from there. Because if I'm gonna go and tune it, I might as well do E. If I do E, I might as well upgrade the turbo. If I upgrade the turbo, I might as well, and then you guys get it, it just keeps going. And I just want to enjoy the car as it is, but maybe one day we'll get to that point where we end up building this thing. But for now, this shall do. So here it is. It looks completely fine. Everything looks like it's here. Obviously the bolts are here. Gaskets are here. Nothing seems to be cracked or broken. On this side looks good. No crack here. That's great, everything looks good. So the description matches it. He said it had 20K on it. Description said it was perfect. It looks perfect. So yeah, time to throw this thing in. I'll explain some things about these if you guys are gonna end up doing it. It sits like this in the car. So this one is for the longer hose. So the longer hose goes to the back, shorter one goes to the front. Boom, clip, clip. Reattach all the things on top, wiring wise, sensor wise. And then we're gonna toss it back in, add some coolant, start this thing up, see if we have any leaks coming from the system, and hopefully we don't. Then we'll take this thing out and show you guys what full power, stock-ish, bolt-ons, I guess you could call it, Supra is. Manual Supra. That's important. But yeah, you guys are getting time-lapsed. Let's throw this thing in. Now that we have the intake manifold in, we have the coolant in, I'm gonna figure out how to do the bleeding for the system, air system, bleed the coolant so that when we start this thing, there's no air bubbles in it. And then gonna start it and hope that there's no leaks coming from the motor. And yeah, neither from the fuel, from the motor. Wait, no fuel leaks, no oil leaks, no coolant leaks. That's what we're hoping for. And hopefully this thing starts because we did take out those coil packs. Hopefully everything is seated in there properly. Everything looks right. I looked over previous footage. Everything looks like it's in the same place that it's supposed to be. Obviously we're still missing that, but granted all this works, there's no oil leaks anywhere. That's gonna go back on. Service mode finished. Now here's the moment of truth. Is the car all good now? Or do we have leaks? Here we go. As you can tell, we're in the Supra, so we're driving it. We put together all those front end windshield wiper, the cowl, all that. We put it all back together, obviously. Started the car up, no leaks, nothing was leaking, everything looked dry. So here we are in the Supra. So here shortly we should do a second gear, maybe. We'll do like a second gear, little pull. See what we can end up doing, what our sports display looks like, because that's what I was going off previously. faster with full boost. Oh yeah, and she pulls way harder when we got full boost on. I'm glad we got that figured out. We'll do a little pull on a more straightaway. There we go. Oh, got like no room. This thing just wants to eat. This thing is quick when it has full boost. I'm happy we figured that out. Yeah, this thing definitely could get you in trouble now. Before it was a dog, but now it definitely has some balls to it.